but I'm flowing with heaven's velocity, bringing hope where there's atrocity, and the truth where there's hypocrisy. No longer ruled by the laws of humanity, being free from induced conformity. I'm waking up from the pseudo-reality, cause now I know my true identity. I'm telling you this time, I'm not gonna fear. This time, I'm not going away. This time, I won't run and hide. This time, I won't compromise. This time, I'm gonna love harder. This time, I'm gonna live smarter. This time, I'm gonna be even bolder. This time, this time, this time, this time. I'm free from all the guilt people try to put on me. Spreading religiosity, but I'm flowing with heaven's velocity, bringing hope where there's atrocity, and the truth where there's hypocrisy. No longer ruled by the laws of humanity, being free from induced conformity. I'm waking up from the pseudo-reality.
Hello. Welcome to Marquina White with God show on this Saturday evening afternoon. We have a special guest. His name is J.N. Joshua, pastor from Zambia. He's have a special treat and another special video. Very powerful. We're getting PJ. Yeah. PJ. Joshua, he's on. He should be on.
Call PG's Catering for all your special occasions. Available to cook any variety of foods and desserts that will leave your taste buds wanting more. Call 559-558-2682 and follow Peaches on Instagram and Facebook.
Hello. Welcome to Marquina White with God show. We have a special guest, and her name is Mickey Anderson, and we're gonna let her explain what is she's the field that she's in today.
Hi, I'm Mickey Addison, and I'm a social worker, mental health clinician, and a mother. And I wrote this parenting book. It's called Be Still and Be Quiet. It's a guidebook for those raising little children. It's also opinionated because I think I have the expertise, 20 years of social work and mental health counseling, and also a mother, like I said earlier. So it was a long journey, but I finally did it.
Amen.
And I'm happy. And I hope it's going to be beneficial to a lot of people, especially new mothers, but not necessarily. Grandmothers are doing it all over again. Foster children, foster mothers, adopted mothers. Anyone who wants to brush up in this new generation, it's all about respect because there's so much disrespect.
Right, very true.
And discipline because there's a lack of it. If you spoil your children, you do not do them a favor.
True.
That instant gratification is not a good idea.
Right.
So I do know that a lot of parents are having children later. So you
Yes.
have the means, you have
Right.
the income,
Right.
but that don't mean you need to spoil them to death. No, no. And so
Right.
they learn to take it for granted that everything is going to be given to them that they want.
Well, a lot of times, since the law has come into effect, they took a lot of the parent rights away.
Right.
So the way to discipline a child, you can't do that anymore.
Right, because I do believe that if a child learns that you're only going to talk to them
Right.
with no further action,
Mm-hmm.
especially when they get to the age when they know what they're doing.
Exactly.
So if a child is trying to push your buttons or being rebellious for whatever reason, and all you're going to do is fuss at them, then you're not going to get the results that you want. I did put spanking in the book. Some people may not like it, but if it works for you, do it. Of course, we're not talking about beatings. We're not talking
Right.
about child abuse. We're talking about little spanks. And you could do timeout too, whatever works. Each child is different. You can't do all your children the same.
Right.
Right. So it's a tool in your arsenal, and like they say, you spank if it works, and you get the results, and the child doesn't do it again because you got their attention, his or her attention.
Right.
So,
Right.
Yes. So I put spanking, but what I mostly want to drill on is communication, godly home, and being consistent. A lot about consistency, because
Right.
you can't treat your child one way and then you want to discipline. Then 2 weeks later you want to get back to discipline, and they've been doing everything under the sun in between, and then you just mood swings or whatever you're going through.
Right.
You can't do that.
So you got to stay on the same pattern.
Yes, they got to know what to expect from you. I mean, you can have I have rules, and you can post it on the refrigerator, however you want to do it. And you're breaking rule number 2. Now, you got some timeout. Timeout is okay. It's supposed to be the age of the child.
Right,
So
right.
5-year-old get 5 minutes and 3-year-old get 3 minutes. And then it should be in your room that you're in, not sent away to the bedroom or anything like that. I think they can just function right there in the room, because it's not playtime. It's not every 5 minutes, can I get some water, can I go to the bathroom, can I do this and can I do that.
Right.
And another thing is, you lose track of time, and the next thing you know, they've been standing there way longer because
Exactly.
it started over. Each time there was a distraction or something.
Right.
So, but once they know what to expect, you know what to expect, and then you work it together.
So
Yeah.
should the child sit by you while they're on time out, or?
I think in a corner works good. Also, I think when a child is work themselves up into a temper tantrum, then what I like to do is put them on your lap, not facing you, because I've seen children try to hit their mother or something when they're facing them, but turned away from you and give them a bear hug until they calm down. And I think when you do that enough times, then the child is getting ready to have a tantrum. You just say, "Come get on my lap," and they already know what to expect, and they already start calming themselves down.
Now, what if the child fights you when you're trying to
bear
hug
hug
them,
'em?
or bear hug them or something like that? What do you do to stop them from hitting you or kicking you or?
You're
or something
right.
like that?
Well, again, if you don't have them facing you, they won't be touching your face. But they
Right.
might kick you and everything. But again, you're gonna try to calm them down
Right.
and realize that it's not the child that you're mad at. You're mad at the action, and you want to stop that action. I think trial and error, and then if you do it enough times, you'll see that you can make it work. After some point, again, you should only have to say, "Come over here and get in my lap. You need to calm down." And also not to let them get so worked up in the first place that
Right.
that they're just out of control and everything. And so you start young. I had said, I think 2-year-old is a good time, and I had a gentleman tell me, "No, 1 year old. As soon as you tell them don't touch that on the coffee table, don't mess. You're disciplining them. So it can start at 1. Soon as they can understand.
Like when they barely start walking
Right,
and
they're
everything.
walking, 2 years, I still say 2. They're into everything. But you want to discipline by redirecting.
But what about if they want to explore at that young age?
Well, I mean, you should be ready for them to get underneath the sink and put whatever. You just, you don't want them to be hurting themselves with the Ajax and the this and that. But I'm talking about something that probably you could move it, but you want to tell them don't touch it.
Right.
And so certain things, not everything in the house. You got, it had to be a fun house. You don't want to
Be too strict.
Too strict.
Right.
Firm, but not too strict. And flexibility. You always got flexibility.
Yes, because when I was coming up as a child, I knew what to do and what not to do. You know,
And you were
my
taught.
my parents didn't move this or move that. They
Right,
left it right there.
Yes, yes.
And all they just tell you not to, don't touch it.
That's right.
You know,
And you
or they
learn.
give you that look.
The look. I'm glad you said that because
They
the
give
look
you
is
that
in the
look.
book. The look
Yeah,
is-
they give you that look, and you know, okay,
We
I'm not gonna do this.
I don't know about now, but old
Uh-huh.
school, we all know the look. The look
Right.
say not another word.
Exactly.
So the look is in there, and then I have something called put a little more bass in your voice.
Oh,
I didn't.
Yes.
I didn't grow up with that one, but I've heard it since. You go deep, go deep.
because they
And,
know you mean business when
yeah,
you talk
that's
real
right.
firm.
Right, right.
When you talk real
Real
firm,
firm
they
to
know.
them,
But when
and
you
then-
talk all nice and sweet, they're gonna keep on challenging you.
That's right. That's
But when
right. And
you
when a
give
kid
that-
learn, they
yes.
can manipulate you. And you have the children that will push your button. They know if they do it long enough, you're gonna give in to them. So
Right.
manipulation, you could teach your child to manipulate you, or you could nip it in the bud. I'm not gonna play that game. I had somebody recently. They were like, every time they were doing something really that out of control, that they didn't want, they would go 10. Nah, I didn't do the count. I never got the count.
I used to
thing.
do the count because I used to be a foster parent and
Okay.
everything, and
And-
so
and that
I
count
would do
worked.
the numbers and the count, and then they'll know.
that you're reaching your limit there. with
Right.
the count.
Yes.
I once went to a camp out, and it was a little boy. Let me see. I think about 8. And his father was telling him something as he walked away. His father was trying to chastise him that he should stop doing what he was doing. And the little boy looked back and said, the father just gave him a look. And the little boy said, I know.
So he knew.
Yeah, the father only didn't have to say too many words. Mostly the look did it. And he said, I know. And that means stop what you're doing because I don't like it. So
Right,
that was
right.
funny. That was
But
interesting.
sometimes the child will challenge the mother more than the father.
True. That's true. I think they find it with female teachers also, that they will not listen to a female teacher like they would a man. So, of course, if it's a two-parent household,
Right.
you want to be on the same page where they're not taking turns going to him and then going to you and pitting you two against each other. You should always be on the same page. And you should be in agreement, agree to disagree and all of that.
Right.
But you should know how you want to raise your children and their religion and all of that. Should be talked about before marriage.
Right.
A little bit of understanding. Couple counseling. I'm into counseling.
Oh, you're a jack of all trades, huh?
So I went to Fresno State and I started off in communications. I did work at Channel 47 for about
Oh,
5
really?
years. Studio production. So
Nice.
I've had I think a person, I never did a 30-year, 40-year thing at one job. I've had 3 careers and all.
Oh, okay.
So, and I left the TV station because it was a night job and I wanted a day job. I said, I want
They wouldn't switch it for you, huh?
No, because you're either going to come in at 6 in the morning or 4 in the afternoon, 4 to 12 midnight. And do the 6 and 11 news. I wanted to have a 8 to 5 Monday through Friday.
Oh, okay.
And when I got a secretary job.
Oh, okay.
I used to work for Valley Small Business Development. And that was nice. We made loans to small businesses. But,
Oh, okay.
I said to myself, No, I'm tired of pushing papers. I want to interact with people.
Right.
So what I did was go back to school and get my MSW from Fresno State, Master's in Social Work.
Oh, okay.
And the first 5 years was in foster care at a foster family agency.
Now I know you have you've seen a lot of things in the foster care, and there's a lot of changes too there as well.
Yes, I did never work for CPS, but the foster family agency I like a lot better. You go to the homes, you make sure that the child is getting their stipends and needs are being met, and you take time to have the child off to the side and then the foster mother, and you try to make sure that all problems are nipped in the bud. And so I think there's a once in a week visit. My most exciting one was to drive up to Norfolk
Oh,
for
wow.
a family up in Norfolk. And believe it or not, it's a nice drive. And they lived in a trailer park.
So
and it
you
was really
so you had to
interesting.
do a lot of traveling.
Not so much. That was the furthest I had to go was Norfolk to see a family.
Oh,
But most of
okay.
them in Fresno, in the country or wherever. And you have to go to pick him up. I had a young man. He was having a bad day, and he was being asked me to come pick him up from school, and it was so funny because he's like about 12 or 13, and we're driving away from a small country school, and then he decides to play with me like he's gonna put his. I'm in my own car, not a county car at the time.
Wow.
Like he's gonna put his foot on the pedal. So we had to come to a stop and come to an agreement about that. And to this day, I know that young man and I see him a lot. And that's been 20 years when he was about 8.
Oh, okay.
I know where the foster mother kept him after he came out of foster care.
Wow,
Yes,
that was a
she's-
blessing.
Yes, and so...
So he was never adopted out.
No, he was not adopted out. I think she just took him in as an adult, and she had him all that time.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
they
he didn't have family.
Oh, so they had a close bond.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, so I get to see the little troublemaker who tried to put his foot on the gas pedal.
That was scary.
Oh, it really was. But and then in those days, I was driving my own car at the foster family agency. Then I went and worked for the county. Then you drive a county car when you have to go somewhere. But 5 or 6 years at the jail and 7 at the juvenile. It was pretty nice. I mean, mental
okay.
health. By that time, I'm in mental health.
Oh,
So-
so you got to mentor a lot of people.
Yeah, and my experience is that I can work with male and female, but I prefer girls and women.
Oh, okay.
That's my preference. And also, when I was doing my internship, I had the chance to work with the Poverello and down at the Mission,
Oh, okay.
but I passed on it for the foster care because I like working with kids
Oh,
instead.
okay.
Yeah.
Now, were there any adopted out while you were there?
No. Well,
Like small babies or newborns?
Oh, see, again, CPS usually have the small kids, emergency stuff, emergency. Mine
Okay.
is the older children, usually 8 and up.
Oh, okay.
yeah. Right. Not so much newborns.
Oh,
That would be
okay.
a special home, and the CPS usually, I think that's because there's a turnover so quick.
Oh,
And,
okay.
yeah, I'm not sure why, but I just didn't want to work for CPS. That was just my own preference.
Oh,
So-
well, that's understandable.
Yes,
That's
and you got to
understandable.
understand what population you want to work with, and so mine has been with children and mostly women and girls. The juvenile is fascinating. That you get a lot of exercise too, walking from the intake over to the sentence part on the other side.
Okay.
Yeah, so I get a lot of exercise when I was there. But I'm glad to be retired. Thank you.
Oh.
And my book came along slowly. I say I can't tell how I got started. It was some inspiration that I was writing down, and I went away, came back, went away, came back. At some point, I realized it's coming into a book, and I can put it in some kind of chapters. And that's when you know
That's a
you're
blessing.
heading towards a book, when you start putting it in chapters.
That's a blessing right
Yes.
there. Now, are you on Amazon or?
Yes, I believe you can find me at Barnes & Noble and Amazon, but if you're able to do it direct, I'd rather you come direct to my email is 3 words, For the Inside, FORTHEINSIDE, For the Inside at hotmail.com.
Okay.
Before I did Be Still and Be Quiet, I was a business called For the Inside.
Oh, okay.
And that business consisted of greeting cards that were done, the artwork was done by inmates.
Oh, okay. Now,
Yes.
do you also have a number where a person could get in contact with you or anything
sure.
like that?
Yes. My cell number is 559-475-3690. You get a pencil, you ready? 559-475-3690. So, yes, I like working with inmates, and I bought a couple drawings that was done
Wow,
for me
that's nice.
by inmates. And this
Very
is another
talented.
one.
And look at the hair. Wow.
Yes, but I added the pink because
Oh, you did?
yeah, just doing it with a marker.
Really? You did that?
Yeah, I put the bracelet and the earrings and the lipstick. It's nothing. I just put color to a black and white.
Oh, I thought it was already there. Wow, this is nice.
And I used to do the words too, and I love doing the words to the artwork.
Oh, okay. Praise be to God. Amen. She's look like she's doing a praise dance.
Yes, yes. And I like working all prison. I think I went as far as Illinois one time. It's a word of mouth, and I enjoyed doing it and putting money on their books, and also sending back things that were inappropriate. I did have to do that as well.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So anyway, and then I went on to postcards, and also this is a typical postcard.
Wow.
And so for my postcards, I put For the Inside greeting cards and postcards are designed to give loved ones on the outside a means in which to communicate with family and friends on the inside of juvenile jails and prisons everywhere. That was my
Wow.
mission statement. And
That's a
according to
powerful
Nora, that
statement.
was my ministry.
Yes, it is. It
Yes.
is. This is nice. This
Yes.
is nice.
Yes. I just wish people would write more, because
Well, that's kind of like really.
read more and write more.
That's true. That's true.
Yes, and reading. Myself, I like a book. I can flip the pages. I can hear the sound, smell a new book. To me, that's way better than e-books or whatever. I never do electronic books. I never
Oh, where
read
you
them.
can read it online.
Yeah, I never read a book online. I don't
Oh,
want to.
okay.
And he has the child up with the computer, and I just wanted to say that all parents need to be aware of what their child is looking at and doing on the computer.
Right, right.
Yes, you need to know.
Because there's a lot of things out there now that they can
they can
lose
get,
focus.
or they can be put into situations if they're a little bit older, where somebody is pretending to be a youngster, but really it's a
Right.
man, or they could be bullied. They could be bullied on the internet.
True.
You know. And the other one is a dinner table where I would hope that people with families would play and pray together.
Amen.
Yes. We don't have to be so serious all the time.
True.
We need to be able to joke with our kids and have fun with them. And the one at the father and the son conversation, a son should trust his father that he could tell him something very
Important to him.
and of a concern to him.
Right.
Yeah, that's that relationship.
Amen.
It takes work to have relationships.
That's very true.
Yes, and this one here is it takes a village to raise a child. Yes, it does. But you're the primary. You're in a home. That's the relationship and God. Your godly relationship, your family relationship, and then everything extends from there.
Amen. I see a shirt over there.
Oh, yes, yes. When I'm For the Inside, my business with the greeting cards and the postcards, I also have T-shirts. And this happens to be my very first T-shirt. An inmate did this drawing.
Oh, wow.
And,
That looked like an
okay.
extra large or a 3X or something.
Let me see. Was we looking for a extra large?
Yeah.
You worked up on a T-shirt? But it's my
Yeah.
very first one, and it did become a greeting card also. And you can see here it says for the inside. And
Yes.
the GC means greeting cards.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I loved it if you would wear my shirt. I
That's
love
a-
it. I've had it a pretty long time. I mean, I've been doing this. I always wanted a product. I can say that. I always wanted a product where I can see that people are buying it and it's being moved off the shelf.
Right.
Because with a service, you're still doing something, but I wanted to see action. I wanted to see movement. So that's why.
She said action and moving. All right.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to have a book signing.
Okay.
I'm going to have a book signing October the 11th in the Tower District.
Oh, that's not too far from here.
No, I'm a walking distance, in fact. And his name is Anthony. It's a Nigerian who owns the business, and I just met him
okay.
a few days ago.
Wow.
And 5 to 9. And what happens is the first 10 people that come in, they will be entitled to some little treat at no cost. The
Oh,
first
okay.
10. So you want to get in there.
So you got to
5
get there.
o'clock.
You got to get there a little bit earlier because the parking and
It's not that good.
Right.
You got park on the street and maybe a little parking in the back. And it's called Tower Blend. BLENDZ.
oh,
Tower
okay.
Blend, and the owner's Anthony. Such a nice man. I just met him. And that's October the 11th from 5 to 9, a book signing. And he has couches in there, and it's really big and long and deep. I was my first time in there. And,
So you had a nice experience.
oh, yes. I had heard about his shop, and I went down there and met him, and he was just as nice as can be. And he seemed to have a business with cell phones, I believe. I'm not sure.
that too, huh?
He looked like a young man on the move.
Oh, okay. Now, do they serve coffee there, or what do they have
When
there?
you see Tower Blend, I think you think coffee and tea, and I think so. But they had this bowl called, and I never say it right, I'll just spell it, ACAI. And I might say KE, but it's got a Spanish name to it. And I didn't try. I have to go back and eat some food. I really didn't eat anything because I was just trying to set up this book signing appointment. So I have to go back there and try the good food for myself also.
Oh, okay.
And it's your neighbor. You're
Yeah.
in walking distance. You gonna check it out?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to check it out.
Yes.
I'm gonna try to fit it into my schedule because sometimes I'll be kind of busy a little bit.
But if you're in the Tower District,
Yeah.
Tower Blend, it's on Van Ness, and it's a catty-corner to the Tower Theater, and you won't be sorry.
Oh, okay. That sounds nice.
And
Is there anything else you would like to share with us before?
yes,
we
I'd like to
close?
give a little shout out to there's a ladies' night shut-in. It's at the New King Church of God in Christ. Presents Ladies' Night Shut-In.
Oh,
This
okay.
is September the 27th, 7 p.m. to 7 a.m.
Wow.
I understand a lot is going on in those 24 hours. 12 hours.
Oh, 12
Those 12 hours.
Okay.
So you'll want to check it out. The address is 1627 East Street. Actually, it's just across from the Fresno Bee.
Oh, okay.
So September 27th, 7 p.m. to 7 a.m.
That's just around the
New
corner.
Kingdom. Yes, yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So,
Okay.
Oh, and I want to encourage all the would-be writers to take writing classes. City College offers quite a bit. I took a screenwriting class there. You never know, I might write a movie one day. But really, I think my next book will be a children's book.
Oh, okay.
I have a little doggy in mind, and his name and it's about the little dog, a real dog that I know of.
Oh, okay.
His name is Tizzy.
Tizzy. Is it a boy?
It's a boy dog, and it's going to be called Tizzy is Knocking.
Oh, okay. Now, is the dog very old or young?
He is now, but he's in Hinesville, Georgia. He's going to say, my name is Tizzy, and I live in Hinesville, Georgia. And I was visiting one time, and we heard the little knock. What is that? Go open the door. You're looking up here. No, Tizzy's down there. I'm like, how is he doing that? His paw. I tried to look out the window to the door. I was going to take a picture, and I never could get it.
Oh.
He wouldn't cooperate.
Okay,
And,
but you know what kind of breed he is.
Yeah, well, he's a shaggy mutt house dog.
She said shaggy.
He is, hair all over his face. When I went back 5 years later, he's still there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was just in Hinesville this past June.
Oh, so did he
In
remember
June.
you?
Oh, yes, he was very friendly, but they had a second house dog, wasn't so friendly.
Oh, okay. Okay.
A younger, not so nice dog.
Oh,
but
okay.
Tizzy is still there, and I'm going to do Tizzy's Knocking. So
That's going to be an exciting book.
I think it's going to be easier,
Oh, okay.
much easier than this one.
You think so?
You got to have a good artist. My friend Curtis O'Neill, who did the artwork for
This
for
is really
book.
nice.
Yes, and he's your local artist, and he did all the drawing inside. And Curtis O'Neill, he's the local, and he plays the drums, and he's the O'Neill brothers. All of my pictures are towards the back, mostly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so.
Oh, yeah, I
yes,
see.
he did this.
Right.
Yeah, and so very good, very good. And it takes a long time to get everything in order. And I didn't do a self-publishing. I preferred to go to Archway Publishing.
Oh, okay.
Yes, you have to find somebody that you think you're gonna work with
Very
and you're gonna
well.
like. Yeah.
Oh.
And but if you can create space and do your own self-publishing, I couldn't do it. I tried.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, so that's about it. Got a lot of little nuggets in there, and I do quote Tupac.
Okay.
Right? Tupac was my man.
Oh, really? Okay.
I love me some Tupac. What do they say? Love me some Tupac.
I'm like, what you know about that?
What Tupac said was, let me see, it's right here. It's time for us as a people to start making some changes. Let's change the way we eat. Let's change the way we live. And let's change the way we treat each other.
Amen.
That's Tupac Shakur.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're celebrating his memory.
Oh, yes. I just
Oh.
think that had he lived, he would be as well grounded as a Snoop
Well,
Dogg.
he was very famous.
Yes.
Before he passed.
But he was a little bit out there. He needed to settle down, and he would have with age. He would have been like Snoop Dogg, a credit to the profession, which he is, because he made the movies, and he did a lot in the little time that he had.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
So, we have our haters.
Yes, that's true. But that's another story.
Oh, yeah, that's another show.
Yeah, that's another show.
But yes, Tupac is in my book as well. So I just hope that it will help somebody.
Yes,
That's the
I'm
hope.
sure it will.
Yes.
I'm sure it will.
And if you just come and see for yourself, you won't be disappointed, I don't think, if you get my book.
Amen. Amen. Congratulations. Congratulations to you.
It's only $14, and I have taxes included. Because
Oh,
I've learned either you pay or I pay taxes.
right. Right.
So
Right.
$14.
Well, I thank you so much for coming on my show, and you've been a
Wow.
blessing.
Thank you
And
for having me, and it's good meeting you.
And hope I see you again on my show.
Yes, like not that I'm trying to be famous, but when I sell about how many copies I sell 1,000 copies. I'll be back.
Or before then?
Or before then. Well, because that may take a little while, huh? I want to fly off the shelf.
Well, we're going to pray that your books will sell.
Yes, thank you. I think I have something to say, and there's a nuggets in here for some of everybody. Little nuggets.
Amen.
Yes, because we want to have our children be a success, and we want them to be respectful and disciplined with manners.
True.
You know,
Very true.
Just amazed that when you hear a little boy or a grown man open the door for you. I think they're not so good with picking things up when you drop it. Or maybe we don't give them a chance because we stoop down there too fast. Mm-hmm. You know, we don't give them a chance to pick up something that you just dropped.
Right.
But I do know that I see open doors for women a lot. And again, you got to give the man a chance to open the door.
That's true.
You're too quick. You can't do it.
That's true. That is very true.
So,
well, that's all the time we have with you.
Yes,
and I'm
thank
glad
you.
for you coming. And
I
we're going to take a
appreciate it.
commercial break right now. Thank you.
God bless.
If your home floods, who will you call? When your house springs a leak, it's time to call Clean Master Emergency Flood Service at 559-213-9430. Clean Master will be there in 60 minutes to start fixing your home. And Clean Master bills your insurance directly, saving you the hassle because you've got enough to worry about. Clean Master also offers carpet and upholstery cleaning, carpet repair, pet odor removal, and more. Remember, Clean Master Emergency Flood Service, 559-213-9430, and visit cleanmasterflood.com. Are you thinking of selling your home? Since 2004, the Souza Group, brokered by eXp Realty, has specialized in premier property listings and sales located in the Clovis Unified and North Fresno markets. The Souza Group will do their best to exceed your expectations. Visit clovisunifiedhomes.com. Call PG's Catering for all your special occasions. Available to cook any variety of foods and desserts that will leave your taste buds wanting more. Call 559-558-2682 and follow Peaches on Instagram and Facebook. The Kern family of the Kern Family Farm invites you to eat delicious, nutritious, organic produce available at the Gnarly Carrot, located at 32954 Road 222 in North Fork, California. The Gnarly Carrot is a local, natural, seasonally changing market offering a wide range of products from local Central Valley vendors. Get your caffeine fix, grab a smoothie, and support small businesses. Learn more at kernfamilyfarm.com and visit the Gnarly Carrot today.
Hello, welcome to Marquina White with God Show, and we have a special guest here. Her name is Sophia Carpenter, and I would like to know a little bit more about you and why are you here today?
Okay, I'm here. 23 years ago, I was involved in a really bad car accident when, just after my 5th birthday. My mom, who was 8 months pregnant, my dad and me, they were taking me to school, but they didn't fasten me in the seatbelt, and so that's how come I got injured. My mom and unborn baby brother was killed instantly. Yeah, they didn't make it. They tried to save the baby, but they just couldn't. And so my dad had minor injuries, and the car accident left me paralyzed from the armpit down, I can't feel or move my legs.
So you like paralyzed from the waist down?
No, from the mid armpit down.
Oh, from here
Yeah.
down. Okay.
Yeah. It affected me a lot.
Okay.
I think it was because I wasn't wearing my seatbelt and I got boiled around a little. A lot. And so I had to go through a lot of physical therapy and surgeries to learn how to deal with my disability. I'm a spinal cord injury survivor, and it's Spinal Cord Injury Awareness Month for September 2. So I was placed in foster care.
Were you?
Yes.
Oh.
I was placed in foster care with my mom Janet and my adopted sister April, and she had April first, and she was also in foster care.
Oh,
But she
okay.
adopted my sister April, and she later adopted me. Cause
Now, is that your biological sister that she adopted?
no,
No. Oh, okay.
she had her first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
She also brought her home from the hospital.
Wow.
So my mom was my rehabilitation specialist,
Oh, okay.
and so she fell in love with me. And Dr. Hutch said this child doesn't have a home, and so they put me in her care while my dad tried to get things in order.
Okay.
Because we had to become U.S. citizens, and he had to get a stable job and housing to take care of me. But he was not, it permed to give me up for adoption, but he just couldn't do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, do you have any contact with your biological father?
No, the judge terminated his rights right when I would turn 10, I believe, and I tried to contact him, and there was no response. We mailed, he spoke Mixteco, so we had translators. He visited me for a while after the hospital, try to build a relationship again, and we would go to Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So on your mother's side and your father's side, you don't know any of your family on that side of your parents?
I lost contact with all of them. I came here with my grandma to help my parents pick fruit, because that's their job, and we traveled with picking seasons, and she brought me here to help them out, and so I had a little contact with my cousins and aunts and uncles who were here.
Okay.
But then when and I had a sister, but biologic sister,
Oh, okay.
who was the same age as my sister now.
Okay.
So
Do you guys have a relationship together, or?
No, I lost contact with her. I only saw her one time after the accident
Okay.
at Chuck E. Cheese.
Wow.
My dad brought her as a surprise, and she didn't recognize me, and it was hard because they spoke Mixteco, and I learned English and the language barrier.
Right.
We always had to have a translator.
Okay. Okay. I see. So, anything else is happening in your life now?
Right now, while I was in foster care, my mom taught me and my sister values, and how that we can do anything.
Right.
She didn't feel sorry for me. She said, pick up your head, and you can achieve any dream that you want. And so I've swam with the dolphins in Florida.
Wow.
I've traveled. I've flown in an airplane. Been on 2 cruises. So I've accomplished many of my dreams, and that's what I'm doing today. And I just graduated from Presidency College.
Yay!
Back in
Woo.
2017. It took me a while.
Amen. So
but-
what is your career now?
I majored in social work, and I got my
Okay.
associate's degree as a social worker. And
Oh, nice.
I just got accepted to Fresno Pacific
Wow.
University, and so I will be getting my bachelor's degree.
Amen. So you moving on up, huh?
Yeah, I can't stop dreaming, and my mom instilled on me that if you can dream it, you can achieve it.
That's true.
Yeah, so I was blessed to maintained in the same home because of my medical issues.
But you didn't let that stop you. That's
No.
a blessing.
But I also found, like, even though I was in foster care, I knew what it was like to have a family and people who love me, and there are other foster care kids who are not as fortunate, and so I want to help them with the transition into foster care and moving from home to home, make that a little better for them, and just be
So you want to have that close bond, that connection
Yeah.
with them. Okay.
because I've learned that it only takes one person to transform a person's life,
Right.
and so I want to be that impact. See
I
them.
think you will be, and then you could share your story and tell them where how the Lord has elevated you up in life, and you didn't let your disability keep you down, and so
Yeah.
that's a blessing.
And so, I'm doing a lot. Going to, I'll start school in the spring. I'm doing a fundraiser for a new handicap accessible van. I was fortunate to get my first van when my grandparents died over 10 years ago. But then they had mechanical issues with the door and the ramp.
Okay.
And
Okay.
so, and then it had engine issues, and so it became a burden on me to
Okay.
go anywhere alone.
Okay.
And so I'm raising funds through Help Hope Live for a new van.
Okay.
And we have an upcoming fundraiser right now that's happening October 1st at BJ's Restaurant and Brewery.
Okay.
It's 715 East Shaw, Fresno, California 93710.
Oh, okay.
And so that's just by Fashion Fair.
Oh, okay.
So for Fresno people, you can come, and 20% of your meal will go towards Help Hope Live in my honor.
Oh, that's a blessing right
Yeah.
there. Do you think we can post some of that information up? That'll be a blessing for people to see. Wow, that is exciting. Wow, that is nice.
And
That is
right
nice.
now, thanks to you and my community, we have raised $5,510 so far for a van.
Oh,
But yes, but my goal is $30,000 for a van, and the reason it costs so much is because I need all the modifications.
Right.
Yeah, to enter into the van in my wheelchair and to turn around and to drive from my wheelchair. That's one of the things my mom taught me was how to drive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she hired a special teacher to show me all the equipment to use, and yeah, she never gave up on me.
That's a blessing.
Yes, and so we have the fundraiser coming up, and I'm reaching out to you, the community, for help in raising the rest of the funds for a handicap accessible van, and yeah, the link to my Help Hope Live page is I don't have it.
I have it.
Oh, he has it.
Okay.
helphopelive.org slash, then say that. helphopelive.org
helphopelive.org
/campaign
14738.
14738. And it's on the screen too.
Amen. Amen.
And the God is doing great work. I have a strong community, and it just all in His timing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And so I want to raise the funds. My goal is by December 31st, because I'll be need to go to Fresno Pacific, but they only have night classes. And so
Okay,
the transportation, and it's been a real struggle to rely on transportation and other people just to do a simple task like grocery shopping, getting to my appointments, and yeah. So if you can open your hearts to do whatever you can by giving, sharing my story, or just simply giving a positive comment, that would do everything for me.
Amen. So right now, are you having like special transit right now that's picking you up since you can't? Are you driving now or?
No, I'm having to take medical transportation to my doctors, and then just taking the regular bus, and waiting in the heat and the cold, and once in the rain. The struggle that I have to go through just to do every single daily task is hard. And when I had my vehicle, I can just go get my bag and just go to the grocery store, or go travel, or get to my appointments. And a couple of times I didn't have transportation at all, and I couldn't. It was hard to make it to my appointment.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's not good.
No. So yeah, I think if everyone could come together and support me at BJ's Brewery by Fashion Fair, you can get your meal on, and it's called Day of Dining for Sophia Carpenter, and again 20% will go to Help Hope Live in my honor. And I'm sure everyone loves a good meal.
Oh, yes.
And families, invite your
Right.
friends, invite
Right.
your family, co-workers, neighbors.
Now, are you going to be there at the place when, do you ever come to the place, the restaurant that's
Yes.
sponsoring you?
I will be at, I haven't picked a time because I have a doctor's appointment that same day.
Oh, okay.
But I will be
Okay.
there. Our last fundraiser at Red Robin was a great success. We raised $300, and that was just 20%. And so it happened through everybody telling a friend or a neighbor, or even families, big families coming together for dining.
Oh, okay.
It really helped.
Amen. Amen. Is there any last remarks that you would like to tell anyone on here today?
There is Spinal Cord Injury Awareness Month, and I like to celebrate it with telling about the positive impact. Even though it was a tragic accident and I lost a lot, I also gained many opportunities that I would have never have had because we were poor and my parents couldn't provide for
Right.
the for it, and so I think of it as like a blessing in disguise. And I learned about the Lord from my mom, and
Amen.
she was a godly woman.
Amen. So, if anyone that would like to support Sophia Carpenter, do you have a number where they can reach you?
Yes, it's 559-854-3008. And again, that's 559-854-3008. And if you have any requests or any way you can help, just call me or text me. Say, hey, I want to get together with you and chat. I'm all up for ears.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you so much for coming on my show and sharing your experience with me and everyone that is viewing the show today.
Yes, I actually met her at Fresno State College.
Yeah, many years ago. Yeah, we used to go to the same college. Small world.
Yeah.
Well, that's all the time we have today on the Marquina White with God show. And thank you for coming in again.
Yeah.
And I'd like to thank the viewers out there and have a blessed day.
But through it all, you still discover me with your grit. But now I'm told all they give to me, your glory's revealed. They just the spirit of you.